You got casual SP today. You got Pat today. Shorts and a t-shirt, hair just all flippity floppity.
And apparently I'm dressed up to go somewhere nice because Brooklyn's like, you never dress up like that.
You look like you're about to go to Beetlejuice.
Hello and welcome to Hardly Working, the show about life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple that works, plays, and stays together. I'm Kelly.
And I'm SP, and I'm realizing now you're getting some mushroom disco ball illumination.
All up in my hair.
All up in your hair.
I can see it.
I'm SP.
I'm Kelly. We've established that.
Yeah. You
but
said
just
the
in
Kelly
case,
part.
I'm Kelly, and that over there is SP.
And did you know that you're getting some mushroom disco? I'm just kidding. Welcome to season 6, everybody.
Woo-woo.
Episode 90. We are 10 episodes away from episode 100. Had to do the math. Can you believe that? 10 episodes away, about 5-6 weeks until we get there. I don't know what we'll do for our 100th episode, but we'll celebrate because I never thought we'd make it here. The world never thought we'd make it here.
No.
Everyone's relentlessly telling us to stop.
No.
But we will keep pushing
They're
on.
not saying that.
All right, none of that's true, except for the pushing on part,
Yeah.
because we will do that. 100 episodes, we'll keep you updated on that. But speaking of 100 episodes, that's 2 a week, 1 for this show, 1 for Hardly Working Through It. Every single week leading up to a little thing called Hardly Holidays.
Early holiday. Are we doing that?
We are doing it, and not only are we doing it, but Kelly's got big dreams. We'll see.
I do, but I'm also real busy. But
Yeah, she's got big schedules, big schedule problems.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But that's coming up. One of the things I want to put on your radar, or one of the reasons rather, is to let you know that we will be doing our top knots like we do every single year on or off the podcast. If you weren't with us last year, which a lot of people have joined along the way, welcome. Every year, Kelly and I, at the end of Hardly Holidays, which is 10 episodes getting you through the holiday season, on our 10th episode, we do our top knots, which is our top 10 moments of the year in order, and our bottom 10 moments of the year not in order, as well as some wacky things that didn't make it on the list but were worth mentioning. We'll be doing that at the end of the year, probably getting you right to the new year. And if you want to do it, we're going to be putting up a PDF for you. I didn't tell you about this, but we did it last year. And we're going to put up a PDF so you can do it too. If you want to do it by yourself, for yourself, with people, with friends, family, spouse, whatever, you can do it too. You can do your own top knots. It's an awesome way to look back at the year that was and look forward to the year that is. So I wanted to sprinkle that. We got some stuff coming up. We got some stuff to sprinkle. 100 episodes, Hardly Holidays.
Let's do it.
And then we quit. And then we're done.
Sure.
Okay.
Forever.
Deal. Until 2025. Which will be a couple days later. Anyway, we just, full disclosure, finished our most recent episode that came out. It was a Hardly Working Through It about the election. Wanted to let you know that in case you're like, are you not going to talk about the election at all? No, we're not. Because we did. We did for about 40 minutes on Hardly Working Through It. That's not going to be a podcast for everybody, which is why we did it over there and not here.
You can save the fun for here and pretend like nothing's changed.
Yes, we'll pretend that like the dog in the house that's on fire.
Yeah.
Everything's
fine.
I'm fine. This is fine.
But let's get into it.
Let's do it. But if you did skip that episode, all that to say, because you're like, I don't come to this for politics.
Totally
Everything I hear is politics. That's what this show will continue to be, is not political. It will be fun, fresh, and
funky.
Yeah, I was going to say fast because that's usually what I have to say for award shows and stuff I host. But it'll be funky.
Fun, fresh, and funky.
Yeah, if you're worried that politics will infiltrate here, not that much. Not nearly as much as it did Hardly Working Through It, which looks like that show's going to have a lot more of that. So stay tuned for fun stuff here, but not political
fun, fresh, and funky stuff.
That's right. Fun, fresh, and funky. But that does lead me to this. Usually we talk about our weeks, which is the show started. You're like, go.
You just take a long time on that stuff. We talked about the election. Somewhere else, it's done. We're good.
But
we got back from Utah.
It's not just that. It's that. Because usually we talk about our weeks, which a big part was being in Utah for Kelly's company, Bumble, for an event that she was doing. If you want to hear how that went, well, it was on election night, and we talked about it quite a bit on Hardly Working Through It.
But we did get to hang out with our friends, the Warrens.
I thought you were going to say
Braden and Jansen, Smash or Ashley, and Craig and Susan.
And
we got to see Hollis. And the Kia.
The Kias. That was fun. That's our production
yeah, we got to go have dinner at the house and hang and talk and chat. And that was really fun. And I really loved that and enjoyed that.
We also started off the week really good.
Clint and Kellie Pulver, which is always nice to see them.
Yep. If you don't know Clint and Kellie, they are awesome. We've met them on the road, entertaining. Kellie, incredible.
Clint Pulver
person.
has a couple of books.
Oh, yeah, I was starting with
Sorry.
Kellie. Incredible person.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing mom on Instagram to 3 lovely children. Also does a lot of entertaining herself.
Sorry.
Theater work. She's been in the industry for quite a bit of time. She's an awesome person. Clint, like you were saying, you could describe Clint now that I've described Kellie.
He's wrote a couple of books. He's really cool. He's one of the first. He's a speaker.
The dude has an Emmy.
Yeah, he has an Emmy. He plays the drums. He incorporates his drum playing into his speaking and goes around. He wrote a book called I Love It Here. And then he has a workbook that goes with it. And he goes around to different companies talking about that. And if I'm really going to chalk him up, he is the first outside person to come and speak at NASA ever. So he's pretty cool. And they're pretty down to earth and humble and nice people. We could run into them. It was really nice to see them.
Not down to earth enough to not go to NASA. But
I mean, he got paid to go there. They hired him.
It's space, down to earth, up into space.
But
he's got jokes. But it was good to see them. We got like 30 seconds with them because we were working. But it was good times. Anything else happened this week? I mean, that we did? Not really. We got another big week coming up. 2 weeks ago, you were in Salt Lake for Delta. Last week, you were in Salt Lake for a different company. This week, you'll be in Vegas with me.
And for those of you who don't know, that Wicked is coming out next week. Oh my God.
Yeah, the current tally is 3 strikes for Kellie.
Oh my God.
She is out.
I've had multiple opportunities to watch this movie prior to it coming out, and all of the times have been busy. And I'm now contemplating flying back early next week just so I can see an early screening of it.
You would see it like a week early.
And I think I might.
So what you don't know, that means she has to leave me.
Yeah.
Fly back early because here's what's happening this week. I'm going to Vegas for an event on Tuesday. And I was like, Kellie, you should come because it's a weird one. I've got an event in Vegas on Tuesday and on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Wednesday, nothing. So I was like, Kellie, just come.
I'm going.
So she's going to come.
And then I got texted this morning saying, hey, I have an extra seat. Or I'm inviting you to go see an early screening of Wicked. Can you come? I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Or where. But it's on Thursday in the morning. I was like, dang it.
You can make it back.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the show. But anyways, all to say, I'm so excited about it. Brooklyn's so excited about it. I've missed out on many opportunity. But here's to hoping it happens. I told you too. We booked our flights and I said, I'm going to book my flight. And I said, the worst thing that could happen right now, not a gig, not anything. I was like, if someone is like, hey, you want to come see Wicked early with me? I'm like, it's the worst thing. And it happened.
It's what happens. Every time I'm like, well, I'm just going to focus on my job because I'm flying to Orlando. That's when I'll get 4 auditions that need to be done within the next 24 hours. Kellie's version of that is going on a gig and then having a free screening of a movie that's very near and dear and important to her. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until you were like, I have to see this movie. Yeah, bummer for you. Or
and
maybe not. Who knows?
My brother's birthday was a couple days ago.
Happy birthday, Ryan. We promise not to tell anyone other than the people who listen to the show that it was your birthday.
I didn't say the date.
Or that you have a birthday at all.
I just said a couple of days ago. I didn't say the date. I didn't say when. It could be a couple of days from now when we're recording or a couple of days from when the podcast comes out. You don't know.
Well, happy 65th, Ryan, whenever that birthday is.
We love you. We hope you had a great one. I know you did the thing where you didn't text anyone back, but I will take you to lunch or dinner or something.
And she did build your Lego.
To celebrate.
Thank you. And everyone who's seen it has been very impressed. And it actually has a pretty predominant spot in our living room right now. Oh my gosh, that's another thing we did.
Oh yeah.
You guys, we decorated for Christmas and we bought
100%.
some more. It was supposed to be a desk, but it's really more shelving.
We got rid of the desk we had in our room and gave it to our daughter because her desk broke. Her brand new desk broke.
Yeah, it was cheaper than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, definitely looked nicer online. So we gave her the new desk and then we bought a matching piece for our house that arrived way sooner than we thought it was going to. And it looks great.
Yeah.
I'm really liking it.
Me too. So it's been a busy week. It's been a week of ups and downs. But right now, we're going to take you up to the sky and away beyond the stratosphere.
Where are you taking me?
Places that only Clint Pulver's explored and NASA. So many places. Anyway, okay. Sorry. What I should have done was said all those things while opening the notes for the show.
Yeah.
But instead, I had to do that right now. Anyway, things to talk about. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I have to run something by you before we get to that happened today. I have a question. Nay, a scenario.
Yes.
The question at hand is, am I overreacting?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm just
moving on to that happened today. Okay, let me read you this quick story.
Okay.
And you get to tell me what you think about this. Here's the title. Am I overreacting? My 27-year-old male, I'm a 27-year-old guy. My girlfriend, who's 26, has a secret to-do list with my name on it. Now, you're a list maker, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm a list maker too.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you opened up a notebook of mine and in there it said to do Sunday chores, to do work stuff, to do Kelly?
Come on, baby.
I guess it
I'm just
depends.
kidding.
All right, let me give you the context. Here's what it says. So this is one of those situations where I'm not sure if I should be weirded out or laugh it off. My girlfriend, let's call her Sarah, and I've been dating for about a year. She's great, super organized, a huge list maker. She has a list for everything. There's a grocery list, a meal prep list, a to-read book list even a Sunday chores list on the fridge. All totally normal, right? Mm-hmm. Well, last week I was over at her place and noticed a notebook on her coffee table. I thought it was her regular notebook, so I opened it up to see if she had written anything funny or random, which she does from time to time. But then I saw it. To do, fix, boyfriend's name. And below
What's
it...
wrong? Did he... Nope. What's wrong with him?
Below it was a list of things about me. Okay. Things like, 1, get him to start working out. 2, make him drink less coffee.
Okay.
3, convince him to wear less black.
Okay.
4, see if he'd be interested in learning about skincare. 5, try to limit his screen time at night. How are we feeling so far?
I hate to tell this to you. Not all of us write down the list, but we all come in with a list.
You've got to do an SP.
I don't have an SP
list.
to-do list. However, my job and your job, we talked about this last night. Is to help make each other better. And so if I see that you, I don't know, I have dry skin, maybe I'm going to incorporate a more moisturizing moisturizer, more hydrating moisturizer into your life that will ultimately make your life better, but also make your skin look better.
You've never done that.
Liar.
She has. Ultra repair cream.
Or if we, I don't know, are trying to eat better, maybe I'm going to push us to not order out as much and be like, I'm going to make food. And I have a goal of utilizing all the food that I've ordered in the fridge
to
make it for dinner. Or I'm going to buy a Peloton so we can work out.
So really what you're saying is you don't have an actual to-do/fix list about me, but really this is just a story about me finding this list that you already have for me.
I don't, like I said, I don't know that any girl, I've never heard of anyone actually physically writing it down, but I think every girl that enters into a relationship has a list of things. Like, have I bought you clothes that are different than your normal clothes?
Yes.
Do you like them?
I don't know. Yes.
Yes, you do. It's different than what you wear because I'm like, oh, well, like, let's help elevate some of his things. So like keep it changing, keep him with the time. So let him just stick in the like wearing skinny jeans and our big Supras. Is that what they were?
I did like my Supras. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, let's switch it up and have some like nice shoes and have like these nice jackets and like it's great. And then we can like mix it in, you know?
I'll be honest, nothing on this list was bad.
Any of the things I said weren't bad either.
Totally. I'm kind of sort of agreeing with you. It feels weird to feel like a problem that needs to be fixed.
You're not a problem.
No, not by you. By like the situation described here.
I understand why finding a list would make you feel like a problem, but I just need every guy out there to know that every girl comes into a relationship and is like, oh, I can help make that better. Taylor Swift wrote a song about it. I can fix him. No, really, I can.
Was it ironic? Because I'm sure that song
at the end she said, no, really, I can't.
Oh yeah,
because that person she's trying to fix had a lot of problems. But
that's not possible.
But what I'm saying is, every girl goes into a relationship and is like, "Oh, there are things that I feel like I can make better. I love this person. I love their personality. I love who they are." But I
all right, let's get into it. But what?
No, but I can help make them.
But what?
A little bit better. In the same way that I'm sure there are things you did for me.
I think you're perfect.
Liar.
I don't ever change.
You help me with my communication, with the way that I break down or process through information when we're in conflict. You helped me get into therapy. That was a really big push for you, so I could work through my own personal trauma that I hadn't worked through. I'm sure there's more and more and more things.
Yeah, just look at my Kelly to fix list.
Yeah, do you have it on your phone? Can I see it?
Probably do. No, but I do keep track of the things that you like on my phone.
I do appreciate that. But all that to say, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's totally normal on both sides.
Well, now I know what to look forward to. Being fixed by my wife. Thank goodness someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know that it's a fix list as much as it is like a...
His was. It said to fix.
Yeah, that is a little much, but I am telling you that every female walks into a relationship and says other things I can make better.
That's probably healthy. Now, I just want to run that by you because a lot of stuff happened on November 13th. And that's why it's time for
That Happened Today.
November 13th edition. So rather than just telling you, when I start to get bored with something, I like to gamify it.
Yeah, I do know that.
And while I'm not bored with the segment,
You're a little bored.
I just wanted to kind of change it up a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm going to have you try to fill in the blanks.
I'm sorry. There's something just stuck in my throat.
I can tell.
Okay, I'm ready.
Can't clean that up in post. All
Fix
right.
it.
Here's the first thing. 129 years ago in 1895, the blank was discovered by Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen. Sure.
Say it again.
I'm going to give you more details. You can
Okay.
jump in whenever. On November 13th, 1895, Wilhelm Röntgen discovered blanks while experimenting with cathode rays. This groundbreaking discovery revolutionized medicine by allowing doctors to see inside the human body without surgery.
X-rays.
That is correct.
Sorry, I didn't
for
know
1
quite
point.
when I was supposed to jump in.
Anytime.
Got it.
Anytime. X-rays, 129 years old. I would have guessed more recent.
No.
Really? You think you're not surprised that we had X-ray technology in the 1800s?
No, I'm not.
Really?
But I watch things like Bones and stuff like that. So
Dang. Well, okay.
it wasn't as like nice as it is now.
Well, then let me give you this next one.
Okay.
174 years ago, almost 50 years before the X-ray was discovered, was the founding of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in a specific state. So this isn't the overall. I'm looking for the state.
New Mexico.
Wrong. Good answer, though.
I was going to
Wrong.
say Utah, but Utah feels wrong.
No, that's where it like started. So I'll give you more details. And I throw this in there because I know we have a lot of friends who happen to be Mormon. The LDS Church was officially established in this state, marking its expansion outside the U.S. mainland. This was part of a broader mission to establish communities worldwide, but it is still American.
And then it's either Alaska or Hawaii.
Technically, I guess 150 years ago, it couldn't have been Puerto Rico. It is Hawaii, though.
Yeah, I was going to say Hawaii was one I was going to guess because Alaska feels too cold.
Which when we were in Oahu last time, didn't we drive by like a BYU Oahu?
Maybe.
BYOYU?
Oahu.
Something like that.
I do miss Oahu.
174 years. Congratulations, Hawaii and Mormonism.
Congrats.
There's only two other things. Not a lot of things we're talking about happened on the 13th.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
Thanks, November 13th.
No thanks to the 13th. The premiere of this classic animated film happened in 1940, 84 years ago. Walt Disney's experimental animated film Blank, featuring classical music and innovative animation techniques.
Fantasmic.
Fantasia.
That's
That's
what
right.
I mean. Sorry.
Fantasia came out
Fantasmic is the show.
in
but Fantasia.
1940, 84 years ago, groundbreaking for its time, and has since become a classic. What are your feelings on Fantasia?
I don't particularly like Fantasia.
Me either.
I understand why people like it because it's nostalgic and also
scary.
yeah. There's a couple of them.
There are?
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was just the one with the mop buckets.
I'm pretty sure there's two.
Ba-bum, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I think there's two. I'll look
It's
it up.
creepy. Creepy. I was never a big fan of Fantasia. It was definitely, even in my childhood, probably still 50, 60 years old. So it just did not bridge the gap to that generation of kids. For me, I'm sure other people are like, we love Fantasia. It's historically significant. But for me, no.
So Fantasia films. There are multiple films in the Fantasia franchise, including the original in 1940.
In the Fantasia French fries?
franchise.
Oh. Less
1940. Its 1999 sequel,
Oh.
Fantasia 2000.
Was it just a remaster?
No. And other films such as The Sorcerer's Apprentice in 2010 and The Nutcracker and the Four Realms in 2018, which apparently is apparently is a part of the Fantasia.
I was going to say I was in that,
franchise.
but
You weren't in it.
I was in
but
the show.
You did the show at
at
Fantasia.
the El Capitan Theater.
I watched it. It
The
was weird.
Pantages at El Capitan in
Oh, El Cap,
Hollywood and
sorry.
Highland.
It was.
I was a part of that. I was a part of the lineage of Fantasia.
I saw it.
Was a
It was weird.
nutcracker. I was a musical maestro.
A musical
I did the whole
maestro.
show. I think that show was just me.
And
I
Randy.
mean, but we were all separate. It was me, Randy, and another guy. But I think it was just us. We didn't have like a partner.
You didn't have
wow.
a dancer like Sky.
Nope, that was for Turning Red
Dang.
when we did that stage show. A lot of lives we've lived.
Let's go, maestro.
And the last thing. Oh, ooh, that sent me someplace. The last thing.
Hopefully it sent Randy someplace too. I know he's listening.
287 years ago, more recent than I thought, in 1737, before we were even established as a country, Mount Vesuvius erupts, devastating Naples, Italy.
Yes.
You believe that? What?
I know you want me to be like, speaking of another volcano, thanks November 13th.
Thanks November 13th.
Speaking of another volcano.
You have another volcano?
I do have another volcano story.
What's your volcano story?
Are they both the same?
I hope not. My volcano story is about Vesuvius, which erupted 287 years ago, devastating Naples, causing significant destruction. The volcano is also famous for its 79 AD eruption, 700 years earlier, that buried Pompeii, but has had many eruptions over the centuries.
Yeah, so they are connected. Because did you know? Thanks November 13th.
Thanks November 13th.
Did you know this news article just came out that I found. I really love all the history type of things. But since you mentioned Mount Vesuvius,
yes,
which is the same volcano that erupted.
Which I was not aware of.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's the same one for Pompeii. That they are doing new DNA research on the casts that are at Pompeii and the skeletal bones that are left over.
They're doing nude DNA research on the cats left at Pompeii?
Yes.
What is happening?
New DNA research on the casts of the people that died at Pompeii. And if you don't know what Pompeii is...
You're talking about like when they were frozen in
Pompeii,
position because of molten magma?
Yes, is when the ash, the volcanic ash, covered people and it froze them in whatever position they lay dying in. And that someone actually was smart enough to go in and like pour casts, like make them into casts so that way they would actually stay the way that they were and people could come and see it and do research and do all that stuff.
So
thousands of lists.
Wow. I could dig into that, but I'll wait. Weird. That somebody was like, you know what we should do now that everyone's dead? Freeze them in carbonite.
Yeah, they're plaster casts. Okay.
Freeze them in plaster casts.
No. But sorry, I'm just trying to give you all the information because now you said that and I was like, I have things. So the originally in 79 AD, bodies buried in mud and ash eventually decomposed, leaving spaces where they used to be.
So they were
the
cast. The shell was cast and the body went away.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's like the body decomposed, but the mud and the ash like kind of
stayed.
Yeah, kept it all in place, leaving spaces where they used to be cast, kind of like, kind of like a shoe imprint or something like that. Casts were created from the voids in the late 1800s, which is incredible that this happened in 79 AD. And then in the late 1800s, they made casts of these things. Well, now people are going back.
The late 1800s?
The late 1800s.
So that was almost like 170 years later. Because it said it erupted in 1737.
Wow. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but this is Pompeii. It's different, but same. Let me get to my story.
Sure.
Because I'm having a tough time getting out. I know I am. But they're doing new DNA research now on some of the bones that were collected and kept from some of these people that were buried. And there were some very popular casts that were made that we made some assumptions about that now we're actually able to go and look back and be like, oh, we were kind of wrong at that. So like you have this one right here, which I know you can't see, but maybe they can. But it's... Basically, it's three people died all kind of laying together. There was like a person and then someone who was holding a kid. And then a couple of like yards away, there was another kid that was also found. Probably, I'm assuming they were trying to get away. But they always assumed that it was a mother and a father and their kids. Yeah. Well, now through DNA research, which I think is crazy and insane, is they are finding that actually, no, that's not what it was. Mm-hmm. It was actually two males, both not related, and their kids. And one would be considered a helper or a servant. They did have slaves, but they also believed in making slaves free and having them become a part of their family. And that was kind of what they're assuming this was. But they had initially assumed that it was a man and a wife,
so
like a husband and
details.
Wife. Yeah, but they also realized that they're not even the same. Like one of them was black and one of them was white. Or not white, but one is black and one of them. They just said the one about the black one. So from African descent. Yeah. Which if you look back into it, you'll find that the Roman Empire wasn't just in Italy.
Yeah.
Rome. It was also in parts of Africa and Europe. And so of course it would make sense that you'd have people coming from all over the place. And Pompeii was a very big place for
trading.
Like ships. Yeah. Ships would come in to the port.
City?
thank you, a port city, that they would do a bunch of stuff. So it's just interesting that they're doing all this research. There's another one that they found where there were two people that were embracing, and they always assumed it was like a mother and a daughter or something like that, like hugging. And they're now finding that they don't have the DNA from one of them. They have the DNA from the other one, and one of them is definitively a male, but they're also like 14 and 17. They're very young.
Oh, that's so
they
sad.
thought it was older. Yeah. So I think it's so interesting and kind of cool to like think that, man, we're able to look back at something that happened in 79 AD, and we're finding new evidence about it now. To like, that should change our view of what actually happened and what this city looked like.
Let me get this straight. This happened in 79 AD.
79 AD.
Okay. So like 30 years after Jesus.
Yeah.
And then they cast it in the late 1800s.
Because
they were
just
still
left
there. So my math earlier was way wrong because I was looking at a different volcano eruption.
Yeah.
Or same volcano, different eruption.
Yeah.
So almost 2,000 years later.
Yeah.
Those bodies were still held in place by ash.
The bodies were decomposed.
But the ash was solidified enough to cast them.
The mud and the ash. I think the mixture of it together. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. How could that happen? There's no rain there. There's nothing.
I don't know, but it was a deserted city. So, because they killed everybody.
Oh, wow.
But I think it's cool. The other part of this is it says that researchers also confirm Pompeii citizens came from diverse backgrounds.
Sure, yeah.
But primarily descended from Eastern Mediterranean immigrants, underscoring a broad pattern of movement and cultural exchange in the Roman Empire. Pompeii is located about 150 miles from Rome. And there was something very specific I wanted to read to you that I wish I would have had. I'm so sorry. Stalling. You're not helping at all. So
Let me try. Stalling. It'll come to you, but I definitely have more stories as well.
Well,
if that's our transition.
Well, what I was going to say is that the diversity that they're able to find and show is very different than what they claimed. Like when you look back at Europe, like in still the 1800s, 1900s time, a lot of what they talked about is like, we are white and like, that's what we are.
Oh, right.
Does that make sense? And this is going directly against that, saying like, no, actually it was a very diverse community that it was. Yeah. And then at some point in time you changed that lineage, but you kept the story of like, but this is what it's always been and what it's always has. Like we've always been this way.
Right.
And so I thought that was also very interesting is like that through research, something that happened in 79 freaking AD, they're able to like even change some of more recent beliefs. So
yeah,
all that to say, pretty cool. Sorry for everyone that died. Thanks for leaving your DNA behind. That's
Thanks.
Terrible.
Left behind DNA.
Sorry,
that's how we bridge the segments. We end that happened today and move into stories.
I thought it was a fun story. I was excited about it.
It was great.
Your turn.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing the story.
You're welcome.
We've been on the road for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which means we've been renting a lot of cars as well.
Yeah.
Have we been checking our rental car receipts to make sure they're not overcharging us?
Yes.
Well, good, because some people haven't had that kind of luck. Like this guy. Hertz hits customer with $10,000 bill.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes.
We went through Hertz.
I know. That's why I was like, we got to talk about this. After the, quote, unlimited miles deal, then threatens to arrest him for complaining. I don't know how this happened. And spoilers, the article doesn't tell you what the $10,000 charge was.
For miles, probably.
Yeah. Apparently, this was under a unlimited miles deal.
Liars.
I guess. But when I went through the article and I even put it through ChatGPT, I was like, did I miss it? Why is there a $10,000 fine? It doesn't say. So I'm just saying, whether it's rental car services, hotels do this all the time.
Yeah.
Check your freaking receipts because they'll just charge you for
stuff. You don't
stuff.
tend to do that. I tend to do that though.
That's true. Hospitals will do it to you.
Oh my God.
Like they will just charge you for stuff.
100%. I do remember when I got my surgery and then I got a phone call from debt collection saying I owed a bunch of money. I was like, I'm sorry, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Or remember.
I paid it all off, but I was like, what do you mean?
Even in August, which seems recent, but it's not, when we got some dental work done and they were like, oh, here's the thousands of dollars you still owe. We were like,
we didn't.
What? Yeah, but our insurance company said we did, and we didn't.
But then we didn't. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, look out, y'all. This dude apparently thought that he had unlimited miles in his rental agreement, but then got a $10,000 bill from Hertz. And then when he went to dispute the charge, the customer reported that he was threatened to be arrested by a Hertz representative. I don't know if Hertz has like a
Citizens
jail, like a
arrest?
citizen's arrest or what? Yeah, but I was like, what's happening? Hertz has not provided any type of public explanation for the comment. Who knows? But this is your warning to check your receipts and make sure you're not paying for stuff, especially rental cars where like now you just drop them off.
Yeah. They don't
You
really
just
do
drop
anything.
them off.
Yeah.
They don't do anything. They don't like give you a receipt or ask you if you hit a moose with your car or whatever you could do. There's a lot of stuff that can happen on the road. I'm just saying we got to check that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the other day when I was on the road, I was hosting an award show for Applebee's. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, you probably saw it on television. Probably not. We've been talking about this for a while. Those, what we call them fast casual restaurants. Those kind of, they're above fast food but below fine dining.
Yeah.
The
Applebee's,
Chili's,
Red
Robin, all
Outback
those types.
Steakhouse.
They're all kind of disappearing because there's no real middle class anymore.
Especially,
well, TGI Fridays got a big problem.
well, it makes sense.
What's your favorite TGI Fridays food?
The whiskey barbecue.
Yeah, I think it used to be called. I think it used to be branded.
Jack Daniel's whiskey, River whiskey, something.
Yep.
But it is the best. They have them on their wings. They have them on their burgers.
It's pretty good. And I think if all of these restaurants disappear, my biggest sadness will be all of the lost appetizers we get. And getting them at the grocery store, it's not the same.
No.
If you have a mozzarella stick from the frozen aisle,
not the
TGI
same as
Fridays,
getting it
not the same thing.
fresh.
Not the
But
same.
what? Tell me.
Well,
Are they getting rid of it?
of appetizers?
A whiskey.
No. I think it's called the Whiskey River
I know
Blaze.
it's Whiskey River.
Something like that. No. Yeah. Here's the article I was reading. TGI Fridays is worried it won't have enough cash if customers redeem all of the outstanding gift cards that are out. These are gift cards that have no expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
Any guesses on the amount of gift cards outstanding that are out in the wild?
1 million.
1 million would be a little bit short.
1,200,000.
Closer, but still short. $50 million.
You said a little bit short. $50 million? We have some.
That's who they're worried about. It's
Let's go
us.
use them.
Not just us, but here's what
kidding.
it says. It says TGI Fridays is facing significant financial challenges with approximately $50 million in outstanding gift cards with no expiration date. The company is concerned that if a substantial number of these gift cards are redeemed simultaneously, it may not have that the actual company may not have sufficient cash flow to honor them. The situation's so bad that Fridays is considering filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
I'm here to tell you that if the world keeps going the way that it's going and inflation gets higher or prices increase, people are going to be cashing in those gift cards. Boy.
No doubt. That's probably what they're worried about. We
should cash in our gift cards. We have so many.
You keep saying cash in. You mean just use them, right?
Yeah. But
yeah,
like, go
we
cash
have so many gift cards because we play with
Not
your
just
family.
to TGI Fridays.
Yeah, we should do that this year. Only Fridays gift cards.
No, my God, no.
I wonder if they'll stop issuing them. They
Probably.
didn't say
They
that in the
probably
article.
have.
They're like if you, it's
We don't
like
have any more money to give, so we're not doing it.
Yeah, it's like buy one, give one. Like you got to use a gift card if you're going to buy a gift card. I don't know what the situation is, but use those Fridays gift cards while you still can. Because I don't know this for sure because I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or a lawyer, doctor,
Or a scientist.
or science. But I think if they file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, it could eliminate those gift cards. So go use them. Go get your Whiskey River, whatever. Pick up an app and think of us. That's what's happening
With a brownie obsession.
You love desserts.
You like that one.
Do I?
Yeah.
Am I obsessed with it?
Yeah.
No.
A
Well,
little bit.
I'll take her word for it. I have one more story for you.
Okay. Ready.
I'm not sure how to dive into it other than just to tell you that monkeys escaped from a medical research lab. And,
Were they infected with anything?
I was really hoping they how do I say this lightly? For the sake of the story, I was hoping they were.
But they're not.
But they're not.
That's good.
Any guesses on how many monkeys escaped?
2,000.
I don't know if there's 2,000 monkeys on planet Earth.
150.
40.
Okay.
Still a lot.
I went high because
You
I
did,
went
'cause
low
the million
before.
thing earlier.
Yeah. What kind of monkeys are they?
I'm glad you asked. You've got so many questions.
I watch Chimp Crazy.
Today.
I know.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
it depends on what type of monkey it is.
It does.
So I'm asking.
These are medium-sized monkeys, about 20 inches tall. They're
Are they babies?
I forgot how to say their names. They're called macaques.
Okay.
Are you looking at me like that's not a real word? Is that what that face was?
Yeah, I was like, okay, but probably is.
No, you've never heard of that?
No.
They're
Show me
little.
a picture.
I'm
like
afraid to Google image macaques.
Are they like the ones that were on Friends? Like
yes,
that
I never
little one?
watched Friends, but that's kind of scary.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No.
It's a little bit scary. Oh, I forgot. I have one more story, but I didn't put it in here. But I am going to talk to you about it. Yeah, a macaque. For me, it's like
that makes sense that they would be that small.
like an Ace Ventura monkey.
Yeah. Like
40
the
of
monkeys they
them.
used to use in the movies.
Yes, before we realized that that's not very kind.
They're dangerous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Chimp Crazy on Max right now.
10 out of 10, go watch.
Horrifying.
But
Don't
also
watch
be
it.
prepared.
Yeah, but watch it, but don't. Ugh. Here's the big part of the story, though.
Okay, I'm ready.
40 of these monkeys escaped for the 4th time.
They're smart. They're learning how to get out. They're
They
swiping
are
key cards,
smart.
swiping keys. They're getting out.
I like the story you're making up.
Yeah.
It's
They're
more
like,
engaging.
got it.
They have like a whole monkey plan. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
"Ooh, ooh, ooh." That means you get the security clearance card.
I'll distract them.
So
Did you get it?
then they start throwing feces at each other, ripping faces off.
Oh my gosh, they're too small to do that.
I hope so. I'd probably have a little monkey. A recent incident in South Carolina has raised concern about the containment protocols of a medical research facility.
It needs to be fixed if they're escaping.
Over 40 monkeys have escaped from the lab, marking its 4th such occurrence. The facility is currently collaborating with local authorities to recapture the animals and prevent future breaches. While the situation is serious, the image of numerous monkeys roaming freely has a certain unexpected and amusing quality, which it does for me. This lab apparently is more for these types of monkeys have very similar genetics to humans. So it's like a medical research thing. It's not like this is where all the companies you don't buy from test their makeup. It wasn't like that. And I was really hoping that it was going to be one of those things where it was like, and if this monkey tastes human flesh, we have zombie monkeys, or it creates a superhuman, or I don't want another pandemic, but something fun. But now there's just 40 of these monkeys
living their best life,
cruising around.
Ooh, I bet you I know where. What's her name? I know she's going there.
The girl
What's
from
her
Chimp
name?
Crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
her
gonna
name.
get myself a monkey.
I'm going to get me 40-ish
40
monkeys today.
I know how to get them.
I have one more story
Okay, I'm ready.
because you're so obsessed with this movie.
Why
They
are you so
released
obsessed with- Oh, I do know this.
the Wicked dolls
They
all
do.
across the country
And
to
they look-
Targets,
I just need you to know,
Walmarts.
I am a huge Jonathan Bailey fan. I adore that man. May the world protect him and save him.
What did he do?
He's in Barbie form. Like there is a version of Fiero.
So he's Ken.
No, he's Fiero.
Is that someone from Wicked?
Yeah.
Grace.
Oh my God, you've seen it.
One time. You think I'm going to remember Fiero?
Yeah.
You've watched 8 seasons of Game of Thrones and I can't tell you a single name.
Yeah, you can.
Barstow.
No,
Bartholomew.
it's probably in there.
Bart?
Sansa? Robb Stark? Anybody?
No.
Ned Stark?
Okay, so the dude,
Jon Snow?
that one I know. So this dude is Tyrion Lannister. This
Yes.
dude is gonna be in
Fiero.
Wicked, and he's
But
got
I've
a doll.
seen it. I've seen it because Brooklyn and I were at Target the other day, and she's like, "Mom, look at all these things," because she really wants a few of them. She hasn't even seen the movie yet. She doesn't know anything about it, but she's obsessed with Wicked, and I'm here for it.
And
Let me tell you. But I was like, "Oh my God, there's Jonathan Bailey in Barbie form." Looks so good. Anyway,
We're all here for it because the
there's a
toys
mistake.
just hit the shelves. It's great. The packaging's cute. The dolls are just as cute and fun. What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know. Let's look it up. www.wicked.com.
Well, they put the website for the movie so you can have some cross promotion there. Go see the film.
I don't even want to look it up.
Oh, well, I have it here. So they put on the back of the box that for more information, go to wicked.com. Well, it turns out wicked.com is an adult porn site,
Yes.
which looks a lot like this, which relatively tame. There's not
I
a
know,
nude person on this website,
Thank God.
but still not what you want to have done here.
No. And it's, we've done, can I even say this?
Yeah.
We've done quite a few events for NBC UP&E, which is
Would this
Universal
fall under
Products
them?
and entertainment?
Sure.
Universal Products, UP, and Experience. Universal Products and Experience. They're the nicest people. So fun. We got to see a lot of these, not just toys, but products out before they actually launched because everyone had them on or was wearing them and all those things. So it is a crazy thing because I literally saw someone with the Fiero doll.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
For real?
And I don't think it was an NBC issue. I do think it was a Mattel issue for printing the wrong thing.
That is true. It's probably them. Yeah.
But I was like, no, because I feel like I know them personally. And I'm sure I literally just emailed this morning and I am connecting the dots going, I'm sure that they're trying to fix that problem right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, if we haven't actually full on said the whole thing out loud, they basically accidentally printed an adult porn website on the back of the boxes of this children's toy.
wicked.com.
Which apparently is not for the movie.
We're supposed to do wickedmovie.com.
Something, but no one caught it.
But no one caught it. And so it's printed on the back of all of the toys.
Which is great. I'm sure they'll fix the problem, but hang on to those because they might be worth something someday as a misprint.
You should go get one.
You know what? We'll get the whole set. We'll get Lucifer, whoever.
Fiero, Elphaba, and Glinda.
Whatever. And also, how would you expect me to know these names? They're all made up. Galenda.
Yeah, but then it gets changed
Philosabub.
to Glinda. Elphaba.
It's all just
Glinda
random
gets
consonants
changed to
and
Glinda.
vowels. I'm just saying, there's no way I could remember this.
And then Fiero's in it. They're like in a couple of songs. Like, they sing about it.
Well, everyone pick up your Wicked dolls and go to that website. That's what we're saying.
Don't. Well,
well, do whatever. If
at
you're
your
an
own
adult,
risk.
do whatever you want. You ready for some Unpop Opinions while we wrap up this
Unpop Opinions.
schmepisode?
Yeah.
All right, let me get out of my internet browser and come on back to my notes.
All right, wicked.com.
All right, I've got a few for you here, Kel.
I'm ready.
And,
And then I'm hungry.
you're about to get hungrier.
Oh, God.
And this show is a place for a lot of things. And one is putting out opinions that I don't agree with, or I used to think one way and changed my mind, or just telling you that you're right.
I am right.
It's not what's going to happen here.
Oh, God.
It might. I don't know
We'll
yet.
see.
But
But
this
I'm
popped up as one of the unpopular opinions this week.
Oh, my goodness.
And I know we've talked about parts of it, but officially, boneless wings are better than bone-in
They
wings. Okay, look, I know we've talked about this, but this popped up, and I had to say it because I have a new perspective on it. I don't think you're right, but Kellie is in love with eating boneless wings. So we typically just have the boneless. But to say that they're better than bone-in wings is wrong. That is like saying ground beef is better than a filet mignon steak.
Yeah, I was going to say something
It's not the
similar
same
to that.
thing.
I understand, but they are better in many ways. They you don't have to use your hands.
Yeah, okay.
They heat up better. You don't have to worry about the wing or the bones and like having to figure out what to do with that. I've never learned. I know that there's good ways to do that where you can take the bones out and
You can
totally
bite
fine.
on both sides.
Yeah, something like that. But like, it's just weird for me. I'm not a bone-in type of person.
Yeah.
Like no bone-in chicken. I don't really particularly like cooking with bone-in chicken or bone-in
like
rib
ribs?
eyes or anything like that. I do like ribs, but that's probably it. Like that, but that's only because I feel like it has to be that way.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go out and be like, yes, let me do that. Even things like pork chops or lamb. Like
pork chops.
But I've never made them. When we make pork at home, we make like
Pork tenderloin. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's easier to cook. And so maybe that is my thing. Although I know some people would say that's blasphemous and that the bone actually gives so much flavor, which I'm sure it does. And I'm not against bone in wings. I also find that bone in wings tend to be more fatty.
That
I can't eat the entirety
as
of
far
the
as
thing.
you know, because I'm assuming that those chicken nuggets that you eat that are boneless wings are just ground up.
They're chicken breast.
Yeah, but they're probably like
Chicken breast. There's not like McDonald's like nuggets. Think about when you bite into like a Buffalo Wild Wings boneless wing.
It's
like
mostly crunch.
I know, but it's
a lot of outside.
It's like if I were to take a chicken breast and cut nuggets and then cook it that way.
Yeah, I will say this.
Which is better than ground.
Yeah, I think that boneless wings are much more easily accessible.
Yeah.
They are a good alternative, but they are, when you look at them objectively, they are not better than the quality that you're going to be getting eating using whatever than bone-in wings.
Yeah, I understand.
Just the best.
Boneless wings are better. Let's just say that, okay? Boneless wings are better.
All right, you pick the next few.
But I want to pick the next few. Okay, thank you so much.
Enjoy it. Kellie's taking the wheel.
Your house smells weird if you have more than 2 dogs.
I have a theory on this.
Go.
I think everyone's house smells weird.
Yeah. It smells like you, whatever you put in your house.
Yeah, but even our house smells weird. Like when we come back from gigs, we're like, not lately, not since the second flood.
Yeah. Well, I also have a couple like smelly things in our house
That's
now
true.
that help to make it smell better all the
But
time.
sometimes you go into your own house and you're like, did we not take the trash out? Like, what is happening in here? And then I think that most people's houses have a weird smell. If you have more than 2 dogs, your house definitely has a smell. You might even have a smell.
If you have more than 2 dogs and you have carpet, wow.
Done. How do you feel about houses that have more than 2 cats or more than 2 animals?
It just depends. Cats are a little bit harder because you have like cat litters and things like that. They don't just necessarily go outside. It's smellier. I think about my parents' house. Most of the time it smells fine unless the cat genie is running, in which case you're like, oof. But it's cleaning. It's like flushing a toilet, right? But I think cats smell better than dogs.
As a person with cat allergies, I can't agree with that. I can't say that you're wrong.
I mean,
I think if you're a house that has 2 or more animals, though, pardon me, I have the hiccups. I think your house does have a smell.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I would
guys.
agree with that.
And we all know it, and we're all talking about it.
Yeah. But I also think it's dependent on how much you clean your animals and what that looks like. Are you cleaning your house? Do you have carpets? Do you have like wood or tile floor? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. Also, we have a weird smell in our house because we have a very wonderful air diffuser
It's
scent
not weird. It
dispenser,
smells good.
but it won't stop.
I know.
It pours out. Literally, you walk out and it looks like there's a fog machine.
Yeah, I don't know why it
in
does
our
that,
entryway.
goes so hard.
It goes so hard. And it smells
But
good,
it does
but at some
smell
point you're
good.
like,
Yeah, I will say this. I love her, but Brooklyn's room has a very definitive smell when you walk inside sometimes.
is it drywall? Is it
I don't
wet
know, but I'm
drywall?
always like, I don't know that I like this.
I don't know, but I will say that getting rid of all the carpets in our house, all of the carpets in our house,
It's made her house smell better.
so much better. What's the next one? Hit me with 1 or 2 more. Let's do it.
I'm just going to give you one more.
Okay, hit me with 1 more.
Video games are one of the biggest money savers compared to other entertainment. Yes. Depends, but yes.
Well, I think overall this is just definitively true.
Yeah.
I think for $60,
Yeah, I was going to say we pay $60.
roughly what a video game costs. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less.
Okay, but let's talk about this. I'm going to do this easily. Borderlands 3.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the fact that we watched the Borderlands movie.
We did watch the Borderlands movie, just as bad as we expected it to be.
We watched it on a plane.
It's terrible. But it was free.
bad.
It was terrible.
We talked about we're not going to do a spoiler review of it. There's no reason to see it, guys. Sorry.
They could have done so much better, and they didn't. I'll wait
thoughts.
for Borderlands 4 to come out, and then I'll live vicariously through that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it then. Go ahead. Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3, how much did that cost?
I think
Ultimately, because we bought
it's like $100.
Yeah, because we bought the deluxe pack with the extra DLCs and all of that stuff. Do you know how many hours of gameplay have we had?
Hundreds.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know, but like we looked at it one time, and for us to get through like a whole campaign of Borderlands, what do you say? 72 hours?
I mean, not anymore because we know it so well, but
let's call
I'd
it
say
48.
like a 40 or 50 hour experience.
Okay, let's call it 2 days, 2 full days, 48 hours.
If you didn't sleep.
But that's how long it is. And we've played through Borderlands 3, I don't know, 4 times.
Probably half a dozen times.
We played through Borderlands 2 way more than that. We played the pre-sequel more than that as well.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, we spent $100 on Borderlands 3. Let's say we only played it once.
All the way through?
We got 48 hours.
You look for your calculator?
We got 48 hours worth of gameplay. We'll say. I think it took longer than that to go through the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's call it 60.
Great.
Hours of gameplay. You spent $100. And then, if I'm going out for entertainment, it's only at least 2 hours. Let's say that, right?
Yes.
So you're looking at 50 hours.
$12 of entertainment in 2 hours of going out. You can't get that anywhere. You're saying it's $6 an hour of entertainment, $3 an hour per person of entertainment at $100 for 60. Is my math just totally wrong?
100 divided by, we're calling it 60 hours. That's $1.60, 66 cents. We'll call it $1.70.
An hour?
An hour.
Per person?
Per person. To play a video game in our own house where we're also eating our own food.
Snacks.
When you talk about going to a movie theater to see, I don't know, Wicked, we haven't seen it yet.
At least $100.
But you had to buy tickets at what? let's call them $15 a pop.
Not even. It's like $20 a
okay,
pop.
$20 a pop. So that's 3 of us.
60
2, 4, 60
already.
plus whatever snacks we get. It's
At least
easily
that.
$100
Yeah.
for us to go see a movie that's going to last a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
When we just spent $1.70-ish an hour to play Borderlands one time through. We've played it way more than that because you can play with different characters and you can try different DLCs and you can get different loadouts and you can have a whole different experience all with the same game. Please don't increase the price of video games.
I'm shocked. I mean, they have gone up, but I'm shocked that they really haven't. Even when I was a kid, they were still about $60.
Yeah, but when you break it down that way, it makes sense. I'm like, oh yeah. Like,
yeah. Here's what I will say.
and it's even cheaper to buy the DLCs and the add-ons and all that stuff than it would be. Like, it may feel expensive at the time to be like $20 for this, but it's like, how many times will you play it?
Yeah. I think the way people might come back and combat this is like Netflix is $12 for a whole month. What's that per hour?
That's
and
different.
It's still entertainment.
100%.
And so I'll give that to people. But in terms of things that are dynamic and change and you have some agency in and you can actively do with other people.
I was going to say that. It's more about the you like actively participating in a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you have Netflix, and yes, you may sit down and watch a movie with someone else and like enjoy it that way, but you're not doing that every night where you're sitting down and watching a movie with someone with the intention of watching a movie without doing something else, like, I don't know, scrolling on your phone or playing an iPad game or eating dinner. But when you play video games, in the same way that when you go to the movies, you're choosing to actively participate in the movie experience or actively participate in the escape room, the Top Golf, you name something. Anything else that you're going out actively doing, I feel like video games are that. Like, you are actively choosing to be a part of this video game and to make choices and to play with either yourself or the people that you're playing with, whether online or couch co-op.
I think that the rate of return is really good if the game is good, because you could be out $100.
The ROI, the return on investment.
Yeah. What did I say?
Rate of return. I was like, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but you mean
same
the
thing.
return on investment is
But,
higher.
Yeah, but you might, like, had we paid $100 for Halo,
Oh no,
we would have been like, oh, I'm never getting that back.
we're just gonna freaking play it. Gears of War, though, I'd be like,
Yeah, no hate to Halo. It's just not our thing. We could not get the mechanics of that game compared to what we did on
we played
Gears,
quite a bit of it.
It was still bad.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
It
it
wasn't
Gears of War
fun.
again.
Yeah. I think we played 1, 2, 3,
4.
4, and Judgment Day, maybe.
We got halfway through Judgment Day.
That was boring. It was like a mobile
It
game.
was different.
Anyway, I'm all that to say, I agree. I think that the return on investment or rate of return,
ROI,
whatever, is pretty high.
Yeah.
I think that's why we kind of are drawn to it. We are playing a game right now that I'm trying to keep Kelly's interest in, but it's not
like
really
it.
working. It's called
It's the Disney Mickey and Minnie one.
Illusion Island. That's what it's
I'm
called.
ready to keep playing.
It's 2D side scroller. Feels a little bit like a dumbed down Ori in the Blind Forest or Will of the Wisps.
But it's
Pretty
2-player, 4-player actually. But
Yeah. I'm Goofy. You're Minnie, and it's been okay. It's okay. It was only $14 for us though, because it was $40 and we had a gift card.
yeah.
So who knows? It'll be worth it. But yes, all that to say, I think you're right. It's good times. Good times.
So go out and play some video games.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing I was going to say too, which you reminded me. Like, board games have a huge return on investment too. But the idea of like sitting in a less comfortable position to be at a table to play the 100th round of Monopoly sounds terrible.
We'll get ready for it because
I'm not ready for it.
Brooklyn specifically asked for that for Christmas, and I followed through. She also learned how to play gin rummy with me the other day, and then she taught me how to play Pokemon. Both fun.
That was better, but I don't know how much Monopoly I'm going to sit through.
You have
know
to
me,
sit through at
but
least
you
one-
know me.
at least
I'm going
one
to be
round.
A nightmare. I'm so
You have to just play.
good at just participating.
I know. You just have to play.
But this is
It's gonna
not
be
my thing.
Listen, if you can turn it into an experience where you are going, okay, this is an opportunity for her to learn how money works.
Yeah.
Then maybe you can get into it and do
That's
it that way.
not what Monopoly's for.
But she has money and she can't just spend it all in one place. She has to learn like how to save and how to invest.
Unpopular
and how to-
opinion. Monopoly blows, and there's no reason to play it. Not even if it's the Wicked themed one.
I'm just telling you that it's an opportunity for her to actually learn how to kind of use money. I know
How?
it's not
How?
one for one because she has money at the start of it, and you can go bankrupt or you can lose all your money, or you can pick
We're gonna
bad.
teach her some hard
You
lessons.
can pick bad properties. She has to learn what's a good property and what's a bad property.
I know
and
our
why do you
kid.
wait. I'm
We're
just,
gonna get 10 minutes into this game,
No.
and she's gonna be like, I thought I have no money, and you have Boardwalk, and
Yeah, sounds
I'm in
right, kid.
jail.
It's not going to be called Boardwalk. It's going to be called like Oz. Wizard's Palace.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Listen, I'm just saying.
She's going to hate it.
Yeah, probably. But also,
you're the only person I know who's like, I can't wait to give this gift to my kid because she's going to hate it.
No, I don't think she's going to hate it. I think she's going to have a blast, but I think it's a learning curve in the same way that Gin Rummy was a learning curve for her and she had fun and she learned how to play it.
Remember when we played Monopoly Go with Shim and Nick? Love you, Shim. It's not about you. But remember, I couldn't even pay attention to that.
I know. But you will pay attention to this because you love your wife and you love your daughter.
Monopoly is so...
But do you love your wife and do you love your daughter?
A little.
Perfect. So you will play because it's what your daughter wants to do.
So one of the
she circled it in every book I've given her. She's told me about it multiple times.
Let's get real. There's too many catalogs and books this year.
It's perfect.
No, there's 2 from Amazon, one from Target.
I don't know where my Target one is, but it's great.
Freaking Sharper Image.
Let's wrap this up.
Came in the mail. Macy's catalog.
No.
JCPenney.
All right. Well, we're officially halfway through November. I cannot believe that we're only a couple of weeks away from Thanksgiving. And then a couple of weeks away from my birthday and December and Christmas.
Not in that order, but yes, all of those are coming up.
We hope that you get some solace this season, this holiday season, that you can just enjoy and disconnect from the craziness that's happening in the world and that you can just be light and love to people.
I love it. You're digging down so deep and you're finding some encouraging things to say in a season that is not very fun for you.
No, it's not.
But you're like Mother Teresa.
Don't
you're
compare
like
me to Mother Teresa.
Mother Kellerisa.
I'm not at all anywhere close to that.
You're just
giving
to the needy.
I really just hope that you can find some love and joy and peace this holiday season as we enter into 2025. But I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're doing okay and doing your best because that's all we can do is do our best every day. And I hope you know that it's a safe place here with SP and old Kel. We're on your team.
Kellie Teresa.
And we hope you spend most of your time this week. I hope you go out and see the Wicked movie. And I hope you spend most of your time next week on the 22nd.
So we'll have a show before that.
Yeah. And I will be at Universal City Walk with you, Brooklyn, Amy, and Jonathan watching that.
Show. No, it won't. It'll be the next one.
But we hope you spend most of your time hardly working. We love you.
Hardly working. You didn't even let me come in.
We hope you spend most of the time hardly.
No, it didn't work. Let's try again.
We hope you spend most of your time
hardly working.
Hardly working. Love you.
Hardly working.
And love you.
And love you. Bye.
Bye.
We screwed that up too. Bye. Wait, we can get it. 1, 2, 3. Bye. Okay, bye everybody.